Okay, welcome back to another episode of Fries with Potate, guys. Today I'm here with Shiva, also known as Cheeky DNA, and she is not just a content creator, she's a power-packed performer because she's not only a comedy content creator, she makes lifestyle vlogs, she does comedy skits, she does fashion, she does makeup. She's overall one of the most talented people I've seen on Instagram, and I'm so lucky to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for being here. This was such a, cricket like we're in a Sehwag, he hit the sticks, and I'm just like, yes, this is what I'm going for. Yeah. But thank you for being here so much. Like, I actually really appreciate it. I really love your content, and one thing that I wanted to ask you before we got off our conversation, how do you do it all? Like, literally, how do you do it all? You guys don't understand the amount of editing it takes to deliver one video. She makes reels, shorts, she does main YouTube videos which go on for 7 minutes, 8 minutes. I know that adukku pinnadi or 40-minute clips irukum. So you're sitting down condensing all of those clips to 7 minutes. I know how that is. So please tell me, how do you manage to juggle it all?
Actually, initially I used to juggle it all really well because comedy was the main thing and the vlogs, they were all secondary. Like, I used to just film all the behind the scenes and put it on vlogs and then just do my makeup. At that time, nobody else was doing it. Like, when I started,
she started 7 years ago. She's like a veteran content creator.
Exactly. I feel like a grandmother.
No!
Content creator.
Like, to have withheld for so long, right?
Yeah.
Even right now, because when content is so fast these days, it's so hard to hold down a fort and be like, hey, I'm still here.
Yeah. So initially it was that way, and I felt like I always had this need to channelize stuff. Comedy means I'm doing serious comedy, nothing else there. So I had to start all these other channels. Instagram, I just created because everybody was on Instagram. Okay, follow me on Instagram, look at my life. And then, of course, the content game changed. Short form came on. And of course, people started taking vlogging seriously. People were doing makeup and all the other stuff. So
they were really, because they watch you so much, there will be a certain part of your audience that wants to see you outside of your comedy stature,
So that's how I started doing all these things, and then I'm just trying to manage doing all these things. I don't have a complete hold on everything right now, but still I try to manage. That's what I would say.
Because I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit. Even right now, you're just like, I cannot do it, but you don't understand. It's a lot.
It does feel like a lot of work. That's what, when I focus on one channel, the other channels get completely ignored because it's a lot of work. Of course, I know it's a lot of work, but that doesn't stop me from creating new channels. Well, first was Cheeky DNA, then started Cheeky Vlogs, and then when I when my family were okay with the boyfriend that I had and everything was officialized, we started with Love So Bad Vignesh. And then, I actually have other channels too that are not very well known. So,
how many, girl? How many?
I have 2 other channels actually.
Really? Yeah. Bro, how did this not come up in my internet sleuthing?
Because they're not that active. So I have Indian Nona. My true fans will know about Indian Nona. They still keep asking me why I don't post there.
Wait, what content did you make?
So I started watching K-dramas, and I was so very obsessed with them. I watched 20 to 30 K-dramas, and then I was like, oh, let's talk about K-dramas, but not on this channel because I was doing it.
Dude, just like me, for real.
And also, I was talking in Tamil in the Cheeky Vlogs channel. So in the K-drama channel, I wanted to cover national audience. I wanted to cover Korean. So I started talking in English there. So I did 1 or 2 videos there, and I was like, okay, so what now when you don't have time to watch K-dramas, what will you do now? It started during lockdown. It's like one of those...
Because you had so much free time.
Dalgona coffee thing, You do it for a week, and then you're like, okay, this shit is not getting...
I actually still make Dalgona coffee, guys. I actually broke a whisker making it. And I have trauma with that.
So things like that. And then I have another channel. It's called Cheeky Cooks. I love cooking, and I want to showcase cooking in a different way.
So much, bro. So much talent in one woman. You guys don't get it. You really don't. Go on.
So I'm
in such a...
Oh my god. So Cheeky Cooks is something I've been working on. I've actually edited a few videos, but I haven't posted because I know that I'll post 4 videos and then forget about it. So I'm like, no, I'll have a bank of 20-25 videos and then I'll start posting it.
Bank of 20-25, are you hearing that?
I know, it's very difficult. No, we feel like we'll bank. This time we'll bank.
It doesn't happen, bro. Every time I have free time, I'm just like, I just want to sit at home.
No,
I don't want to make content.
But I'm not like that. I do create content, everything gets like flicked off from the edit table. And who will watch this? So I keep on creating content. When I vlog also, I like put these 3 days together. We'll make it a single vlog. My editor will be like, "Why do you want to do that? Just release 3 vlogs. No, you'll actually get views and money."
And people
and
actually will like watch it.
But I'm like, no, it's so boring. Just put it all together, or
No,
just
I feel like
throw it off.
As women, right? Like women content creators. I've spoken to a lot of content creators, and one thing that I had noticed is that women content creators tend to have this imposter syndrome, bro. That we're constantly not enough, or it's not good enough. And like when you see male content creators, and like maybe they're like a larger following than you, and you watch their videos, it's actually like not that great. You know, there are some content creators who are largely famous within the Tamil community, but they sit down and watch their videos, and I'm just like, actually like in the video pudikala. You know, there are but I'm not going to go and sit and hate on them. But I've realized that like Tamil YouTubers, especially women, they actually do a really fantastic job, but like nadule they'll like disappear and go off the internet. I don't know if you know, do you know I Perfect Girl?
Yeah, of course, I love her. Even now when she posts, whenever like she posts very randomly. Whenever a video comes out,
bro, they're so well created.
Exactly.
They're so well created because like she made recently this video, I think a year back or something, about like how all films are now being repurposed into pan-India films, and she had such a great analysis, and like she like picked up all these, like it really picked my brain, you know. And I'm like, why doesn't she make content on a consistent basis? I would sit down and watch it over and over again, you know.
She used to do a lot of meme content, like she was really great at it.
And her editing style was impeccable, you know, because she had a very niche style that some people didn't have, and it takes years to develop. She was a very good editor, more than just content creator. She was a fantastic editor, and I think that like
Madhu, this is a request to you to create more content.
Please do. I really miss your content, man.
Exactly. Like when she was very active on YouTube, I used to like DM her that I watched this video and it was really nice. I used to talk about her on my channel also, that I discovered her. And
she used to be like top content creator back then, you know. At least for me, I really enjoyed watching her content. Women, girls making these videos, please don't second guess yourself. There are gonna be people who come and tell you that you're not enough, that maybe even leave a couple hate comments, but if you let them stop you, it's not gonna work out.
I also feel that people don't take female creators seriously.
I get that.
I don't know why that happens. Even like since I'm in the field of comedy,
so they're like hardly there. They're like very few female stand-up comedians even, you know. And for them to like make their space itself, it's like a really long challenge.
You know, whenever a guy watches Netflix, okay, he goes on to Netflix, he will never put on a chick flick movie, right? A guy never goes and clicks on it and watches. I feel it's the same with like a female
I'll tell you why I think that. Actually, I was watching Barbie, right? In that scene, one of the scenes, the Kens sit down and explain to the Barbie about like Godfather and what's going on. But as women, do you like sit down and watch Top Gun or Godfather? Do you watch those? Right? But like, do you like it when you're being mansplained and all of that?
No, of course not.
Of course not, right? So like, if you're watching it, it's on your own time, your own interest. You you like cinema, you're watching it, right? But what happens when you go to a female-oriented film or rom-com as such is that a woman is the protagonist, you know, they're the main character, and the movie is seen through their eyes, and it's not exactly like relatable for dudes. And I think that's the same that happens when women are also watching Top Gun and like Mission Impossible and all of these movies. There are girls who like them, you know, but do you actually get to resonate with the protagonist?
No. But still we do watch them because they're well-made movies.
Yeah, that's that. But like, how many films have you watched in the past year which has had a female, like it's a female-led movie. The main character is a protagonist who's like a woman. How many movies have you watched like that which aren't chick flicks?
Yeah, of course there are not many.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, my point is that women are actually telling real stories via movies. Like I watched, அவங்க கதை சொல்ல நம்மளே அதை பார்க்க, but the change needs to come.
Yeah, I feel like
in men, right? Like everybody needs to watch. If in the Great Indian Kitchen, the Kerala movie, எல்லாம் ஃபீமேல்ஸ் பார்த்துட்டு ஆமாடா நாங்களும் கஷ்டப்படுறோம் they talked about us அப்படின்னு சந்தோஷப்பட்டாங்க. But how many males watched it? But like the males had to watch it, right? Because then only they'll realize that the inequality.
Men have to watch it, of course. So I feel like when we start making movies which are not just like this is a female protagonist movie, male oriented film, female oriented film, female lead அப்படின அந்த distinction இல்லாம just a movie that you guys can go watch, you know. Till we get to that point, I feel like there's always going to be like a disparity between how stories are being told. And I recently got a chance to go to this event, and anga vande enachna I saw the entire cast and crew, me included. I was just there to be there, you know. I feel like they're going to find out which event I'm going to talk about. I was just there, you know. And entirely there were only 3 people in the crew who were women. And how do you expect like stories to be told that actually resonate with women and the larger audience, you know?
Yeah, true, of course. But there is a problem. And the problem ko solution kandupichu dhaan avanum.
Yeah, of course. That's why we need more like women directors, women producers, women writers, you know. We need more women in every place that like has been dominated by a man for like a long time, because we need to get our stories told.
But also don't you think that initially ஒரு validation கிடைச்சா தானே women also will come forward. நான் சொன்னேன் நீங்க படத்தை பார்க்காதீங்க, ஒரு female creator ஒரு reel போட்டிருக்கானா அதை சும்மா பாருங்க, அது 90 seconds தானே, it's not gonna end your life. But then when just a female comedy content creator puts up a reel, you can't just like, men can't just watch it for fun, they either watch it to like review it, leave a comment. I'm not like generalizing all men.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like there are these kind of,
because like you don't see that as much in like men comedy, where they're like critiquing like your comedy skills. You know? But
exactly.
Like a woman, now you have to.
Oh, idukku sirikanuma, cringe button idu. Of course, it comes with all creators now. The female comedy content creators mattum.
No, but it must be really difficult to make comedy as a female. Right? Like what are some things that you would want to change within that space?
I feel like audience வந்து கொஞ்சம் appreciate பண்ணணும். சரி, இது வந்து let me just get technical with this.
Okay.
So let me just keep 3 creators. Okay, you know Niharika NM, right? So and then there is me. I'm a regional creator. Niharika NM creates content in English, and she's a national level creator because she creates content in English, and a lot of celebrities actually share it. So that's how she became relevant, because people felt like, oh, if the celebrity is sharing it, then this girl is legit. You know, I need to follow her also, because celebrities
are validating,
exactly,
then they probably deserve my validation.
Exactly. So that is there. And then you go to a North Indian creator, like regional creator, Hindi content creator. She of course has a lot of followers because it's Hindi content. A lot of regional people also come to it, and also அப்படியே நம்ம ஊர்லயே appreciate பண்ணுவாங்க. ஏன்னா because she's a national creator, everybody in India is appreciating her. அப்படியே நம்ம ஊர்ல தமிழ் or speaking audience also, the people who understand Hindi a bit, and they're like, good creator. Ana when they come to our own regional creators, right, I feel like because அவங்களுக்கு அந்த வேலிடேஷன், இப்போ யாருன்னா செலிபிரிட்டி தான் என் வீடியோ ஷேர் பண்ணா கரெக்ட் சீக்கியை ஃபாலோ பண்ணலாம், because my reels they do really well. 3 million 4 million reviews-லாம் போகும். Let's assume that 2 million is just சும்மா rewatching that reel. 2 million ஒரு when you see the conversion, it's very less. Because they feel like அவள்தான் பார்த்தோமா போனோமா அப்படின்னு தான் இருக்காங்க.
That's the problem with short form, I think. It comes up on your feed, and then like you don't really feel like இவங்களை போய் பார்க்கணும். I want to see like the rest of their like work, and it's not like that, you know. It's so easy.
That's a short form problem also. And also I feel like நம்ம ஊர் content creators நம்ம ப்ரோமோட் பண்ணாதானே உண்டு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி.
I get that, because I feel like there are audiences that really support as well, but அவங்களுக்கு வர மாதிரி நம்மளுக்கு வர மாட்டேங்குது அப்படின்னு இருக்குது is a valid point that you're making. Because when in Potate, right, because I make my content in English, I get to talk to a lot of people from Mumbai, you know, who come with these brands and all, and I know that nama Tamil creators there are so many creators who have such large audiences, and they'll be able to provide such good value, you know. But they never go to those people because they're Tamil audiences, they're Tamil people, and like because of that they never like tend to go towards those like on the demographic avoid பண்ணிடுறாங்க. I don't know about like Telugu, Kannada creators and all. But my own personal experience from being a Tamil creator is what I can tell you as well.
Yeah,
you know?
I completely get it because I am managed by a North International agency. Yeah, I feel the same thing. Like, since you are regional creator, like they'll அப்படியே உங்களை இது பண்ணிடுவாங்க.
They don't take you seriously. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, they don't respect you as much as a regional, like a national creator, things like that.
That makes sense.
So
you're missing out on a big demographic.
Yeah. And also, I want our audience, like my audience is really lovely people. Like
they've been following me for 7 years.
And also, they're very positive kind. I have tried to keep that atmosphere in my channel.
Yeah, I've seen.
So
I'm so jealous of the way people talk to her. Like, genuinely, I wish some of you all talk to me like that also.
No, but also I feel that, even though I've been on this platform for so many years, I have very less number of followers. Like 200k is less for a person who's been creating for 7 years. I feel like I am always afraid of getting new audience because of the amount of hate that I might receive. I'm like, in the chinna audience, enga veetukulle naanga vaalukrom.
I get that because like I had the similar experience. I grew like this year, and before that I grew on Potate like a year back. But the audience that I have on my page hates me.
I know
100%. And probably they hate me. I think, bro. I get so many memes made. I get so many like very like rude, violent things said to me, and like to my best of my abilities, I'll try to avoid it. But I try to like accustom myself and be as like be myself, and like that gets shitted on. I'm just like, oh shit, I can't be myself, you know.
No, I totally understand. Like I've been here for adhe 10 தடவை சொல்லிட்டேன் இதுல 7 years. ஆனா வந்து even now hate does get to me at times. Appola, like when you are just a budding creator now, you'll take time to develop that kind of thick skin now. You know, when I see you as a creator, when I see your page, you're like, oh my god, this girl has so much engagement. But then I also realized that எனக்கு ஒரு வர கமெண்ட்ஸ்ல இவ்வளவு ஏட் இருக்கு. And I do understand, like you can't just see, oh my god, she gets so many likes, why isn't she just happy with the amount of likes she's getting or the comments she's getting? But we know the amount of hate that you also get. Exactly. So
I get that because like when I was starting to create content, you know, for 40k varaiku I was like super happy, you know, because everybody there was like super nice to me, and they all were there for me, like they saw me pick up, you know. And once it reached like a certain threshold where they don't know me at all, and like they started following me, that's when like I saw so much hate coming in. And for you, I think that would be the same thing, because when people don't know you, they don't know you, you know, they don't know Shubha, they don't know her life, they're just a new follower who just ended up following. They'll be like, chee, idella enna appadina avangalukku puriyadhu the like kind of jokes that you're making. You know, there's a certain niche that you hold as well. And I think that's the problem with growing too fast as well. There's consistent growth, growing too fast, there's like a vast difference in the way that your audience engages with you, you know. And I feel like you're lucky to have such a consistent and like you had consistent growth, and your audience is also like very very like understanding and loving of your content, you know.
I touch it seriously. Sometimes I'm so grateful for that. Of course there are times I feel like everybody else is growing, why not me? But then when I see my audience and I'm like, oh thank god, இன்னைக்கு hate வரல, அது வரைக்கும் சந்தோஷம். So at that times I do feel grateful for this like consistent growth that is happening.
Okay, you also have a YouTube channel with your husband, who used to be boyfriend. And how did that happen? What is it like dating a content creator?
I don't dating a content creator, the perks are that he completely understands my job. So I don't feel conscious when I like click a story or like take a selfie or like all that content creation things, you know, suddenly start vlogging. I don't have to feel anything because he understands why I'm doing this. And also veetla eppo par camera engayo nodi, when I'm vlogging, no, somebody somewhere camera is placed. So he's very used to it. I can't imagine someone from other profession அப்படி யாரையோ நான் டேட் பண்ணி கல்யாணம் பண்ணியிருந்தா அதெல்லாம் புரிஞ்சிருப்பாங்களான்னு எனக்கு டவுட்டாக தான் இருக்கு. You know, you do crazy things. திடீர்னு டோர் ஓபன் பண்ண.
It took my parents so long to like understand me and what I'm doing. Now they're just like என்னால பண்ண போறது.
You know, parents it's still difficult.
They're like, what are you doing? My dad's always asking me என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க அப்படின்னு. I'm just like, I'm just throwing badams and catching them with the air.
I saw that.
And he's like, Instagram laya poda pora. And I was like,
So yeah, of course it's very difficult with parents, but with your partner, yeah, he's super understanding. And also when it gets, when the hate gets to you, or when you're not getting the amount of love you expected people to be giving you from this reel, right? You put so much effort and then you expect people to be like, wow, that's such a great reel, and then nothing happens, you know. People are like, what's there in that? So on the madri days where you feel dejected that your content didn't get appreciated, and the madri days when your partner is also content creator,
they'll have like better comforting words to say.
And also they understand. They're like, dude, some of the content you need to create for yourselves.
Yeah.
And this you loved creating it, right? So it's okay if somebody
has it become mechanical creating content for you?
It still hasn't, I would say, because I don't like being the same person for a very long time. That's why I do all these things. It's not like I've been doing the same shit from all the.
She hasn't, bro. I can tell you, I did a lot of stalking last night.
So I feel like I'm very inspired by what content is going on right now. I feel like this should like make me think differently and do something differently. So that's what I've not felt mechanical yet. And also we're very like we are very critical of whatever we put out. So as I told you, a lot of things get scrapped in the edit table. People don't understand when I tell them content creation na full time I don't see any videos coming out. It's not like everything we shoot comes out. A lot of things get scrapped at the edit table. A lot of things once I stop filming, I'm like, funny edit So
I think you're really selling yourself too short, man.
But that's what internet makes you when you're there for 7 years.
You're definitely selling yourself short, bro. I'm like telling you right now, your content is really good.
Thank you.
And I don't think that like some of the content that you're putting out won't work. What if they do?
Yeah, I know, but it's I'm trying to come out of that. I'm like, now that I have a team and edit I can't just shelf everything, you know. So I like and then we'll try it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work also, but something is out there. But sometimes expecting the content would do really well. So I'm like, exactly. So of course when you're talking about imposter syndrome, I think comedians also have it a lot. I think generally creators have it.
Have you tried going for like stand-up? I feel like there are a lot of like Instagram comedians who like translate it into stand-up.
No, I haven't tried, but I always want to.
You should.
I'm an introvert in real life. So I don't know whether I don't have stage fear as such, but then I might get overwhelmed with so many people.
So I think that they have like these kuti
open mics,
right?
I have to try.
Just go ahead and
also I live so far from the city. The traveling was it's like but I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian also.
So what is your process like when you're making comedy content? Like how do you think of it?
Of course.
Because I'm not funny at all.
My process, let me just start. Normally process I actually observe a lot. I try to ஏதோ ஒரு ஸ்பார்க் கிடைக்கும். லைக் வென்ட் டு வாட்ச் ஜவான் எஸ்டர்டே. ஓகே, பக்கத்தில் ஒரு ஆண்டி உட்காந்து அவங்க வீட்டில் ஏதோ பெரிய பிரச்சனை. ஷி இஸ் லைக், இனிமேல் நான் படத்துக்குலாம் வரமாட்டேன். ஐ வாஸ் சோ இன்வெஸ்டட் இன் ஹர் ஸ்டோரி அண்ட் வாட்சிங் ஜவான். விக்னேஷ் இஸ் லைக், படத்தை பாரு, இருடா கொஞ்சம் சைலண்டாக இருந்தா நான் இந்த கான்வர்சேஷன் கேட்பேன். I was so I thrive on observing people.
Yeah, of course, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how comedy comes. Like even in our latest reel is about how I'm an overthinker. About someone when someone doesn't text me back, how much I overthink about them. So that reel actually started because we both were texting and Samia was like, she asked me to come on the podcast. I was like, I'll come. I'm so excited and all that stuff. And I also told you that I was starting my own podcast, right? And
I was so excited for that, bro.
And then I thought, maybe she thought, she's also starting a podcast. I'm also starting a podcast. like what will we talk about?
The problem was, see, the podcast account is handled by me and my producer, right? So when she texted, I had to coordinate the timings in the back end to get the space, and like adanaala na reply pannala. So I was like making sure that I was getting all the details confirmed so that I have like a perfect message to send it to you, because I didn't want you to think that I'm not someone who's like responsible or organized, you know. So I was just like waiting on it, and then like
I totally understood that part, because now I'm also inviting guests.
Yeah.
I'm like I want to be completely sure.
Yeah, of course.
Like my sane part of my brain is like, வேலை பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கா, she'll tell you, come up with the details and tell you all the right things. And the insane part of my brain, like the overthinker and me, actual overthinker, why shouldn't she texted? ஒருவேளை நான் பாட்காஸ்ட் ஆரம்பிக்க போறேன், she was like, அதான் உங்க பாட்காஸ்ட்லயே பேச போறோம், அப்ப என் பாட்காஸ்ட்ல வந்து என்ன பேச போறீங்க அப்படின்னு.
If you call me to your podcast, I will definitely come.
So that's when I was like washing my face. Okay, I was thinking, and my brain was like, அந்த புள்ள பாவம், just messaged and left, she'll come back. அதுக்குள்ள நீ இவ்வளவு யோசிச்சுட்ட, just make, I know that a lot of people out there just do this சும்மா randomly wait for people to message them back. I have this anxiety, that's why I don't pick calls also.
Bro, she's just like me, bro. She's just like me. You should see the number of missed calls I have. Even if I have the phone in my hand, if it's ringing, I'll swipe it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll swipe it and then they'll send one WhatsApp message. No, adukku reply pannu.
I'm so that person, because I'm total, I panic about what they're going to talk about and whether I'll have an answer or not. I'll have to answer right away.
It's not like that, you know. You can take your time.
But then அது எப்போ நம்ம sane mind க்கு அது தெரியும், நம்மளோட insane mind க்கு எங்க தெரியுது. So that's how I started writing the reel. I didn't even write the reel. I was like, what did you feel when Samia left you on scene?
I'm glad I'm her muse, you know. I'm just glad that I'm inspiring all these content creators to make content on me. Because memes ஒரு side இருக்கும்போது இந்த situation மாதிரி கொடுக்கும்போது எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் பெருமையா இருக்கு guys.
No, I don't totally blame you. Like என்ன சொல்றது, it's not in a negative way at all. அப்படிதான் வந்து comedy creators start like இதுல.
It's just like a small observation that you picked up on. And you are conscious enough to know what you're thinking. You know, and like you're thinking of that stream of thought is there. There's your consciousness. There's another consciousness like telling you, hey, this might be a good video.
Yeah, true. Because the entire day I was thinking, I'm usually a tomboyish girl.
Same, let's go.
Sorry. இந்த மாதிரி ட்ரெஸ்ஸஸ்லாம் வந்து sorry. No, it's okay. So அதுதான் வந்து so I'm a tomboyish girl. I was wearing shirt the entire day. I was like, let's do something on this girl. Like, why did she start wearing shirts in the first place? She wanted to be a guy, you know. She didn't want the society to see her as a girl, treat her as a girl. So அந்த மாதிரி ஏதோ எழுதலாம். And that
I'm
shit
like
was serious.
100% 90 gang, bro. 90 தான் bro. நான் விட்டா எங்க அப்பா லுங்கி கூட விட்டு கட்டுவேன். Really, I'm serious. Why is lungi having like male female like divide? I know. நானும் லுங்கி கட்டுவேன்.
It's so comfortable.
So
airy.
Like the 90 is like the female lungi, bro. Except it's like full. Like there's like an aeration going on for both parties.
I totally get it.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
That's okay. Yeah, so so I wanted to do that reel, and then this suddenly came off. And like சும்மா எல்லாம் நான் யூஸ்வலாக I have an office space also. I go there and shoot. எல்லா டீமுக்குலாம் பாய் சொல்லிட்டு வீட்டுக்கு வந்து டப்புன்னு இந்த spark came off immediately. I shot the reel, edited it in like 15 minutes. This is like very rare. Normally comedy reelலாம் it takes like one day to write, because you don't want, நான்லாம் mom character பண்ணேன்னா there are 20,000 moms on the internet. Everybody is playing a mom. So I want my mom to be different.
You go dressed up gang shit, bro.
So
she doesn't wear a towel on her head and say that she's a woman. Alright, some of your male comedy creators need to do better.
No calling out anybody.
Maybe a little bit.
So so that's what I wanted to be different. So I have to like come up with a really good observation. And it can't just be like நீ பார்த்த அப்சர்வேஷன்லாம் நான் பார்க்கல, நான் அதோட டீப்பாக ஒரு லெவல் இறங்கி போய் பார்த்தேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. So it takes time to come up, but reelsலாம் 1 or 2 days I like the editing part also I film a lot, dude. Like அது வந்து அந்த YouTube long form ரத்தம் இருக்கு எனக்கு. So when I was doing long form also, it was never one joke. I used to like pack my skit with jokes.
Yeah.
So that even if one doesn't work, the other should work அந்த மாதிரி. So that every 1 minute there should be at least one laugh அந்த மாதிரி. So when I'm doing short form also, I film like a long form video. I have enough jokes for 6-7 minutes, and then I have to cut it all down.
Bro, there was this one reel that you made for like the style exhibition.
Yeah.
Bro, that was such a clever video, bro.
Thank you.
Like, genuinely, the jokes were on point. The acting was unreal. How have you not been casted in a movie yet?
I did one movie.
Oh.
I was
Please
a comedian in the movie N4. It is on Amazon Prime.
Okay. NH4.
N4.
N4. Okay.
So it is based on NH4.
Okay.
So I played a fisherwoman in that movie. So other than the director, he actually saw one of my comedy videos and he was very keen on casting me. And he's such a lovely director, Lokesh Kumar. And we had such fun. The film got delayed and got released just now. And in that set, actually, I worked with Gabriella. So she's doing Sundari no Tamil serial. She was like, she actually told me these wise words. அவங்கலாம் வந்து எப்படி தெரியுமா, நான் அப்போ சும்மா ஒரு கமெடியன் அப்படியே நான் பேசிடலாம் போல டைலாக் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா என்ன வேற எமோஷனல் சீன்ஸ்லாம் நடிக்க விட்டாங்களா.
That's so nice. You get to show your like spectrum of
எனக்கு அழுகவே வராது. And Gabriella, I was her friend in the movie. So அவங்க வந்து she used to cry a lot. அப்படியே எப்படி அழுறீங்க அப்படின்னு இருக்கும். And she was like, whenever you are emoting on screen, you should give your 200%, then only 20% will come up on the screen. So when you're trying to emote, so when mom, no, she has to overact in real life so that it feels like a mom a little bit on the screen. So I took her wise words and
I think Priyanka Chopra in one interview mentioned that when she went from like Bollywood to Hollywood, and like when she went to like a Hollywood set, because you have to overact like a Bollywood film, you know, and like because there's so much like drama and all. She said that when she went to her like a new set in Hollywood, like they had to ask her to like, hey, tone it down a little bit, you know, it's really not that deep, you know, you have to tone it down. So I feel like that's a very Indian discography or a, you know, like theme of like acting, you know. There's always like so much emotion.
And also, but don't you think our mothers are very dramatic compared to like American mothers?
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. No doubt.
That's
like
what
you
comes
don't
on
make
screen.
tea, you're dead to her.
Exactly. For me, it was roti. I had to like from my 7th standard. My mom was like, you don't need to learn cooking and all. It will come on time. But roti, you need to know to make. That's how you survive in life.
Tea. Like she'd come from school and there was one time when I was always making tea for her in the evenings. அதுக்கப்புறம் கம்ப்ளீட்டா ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிட்டேன் ஒரு couple monthsக்கு. And that whole few months that I didn't make it, bro, she was so disappointed in me, bro. I can't even talk about it. It's insurmountable disappointment. It's just like it was like I was doing her so dirty by not making tea for her. But like I make tea for her now, guys. So
Good.
I'm a good girl.
Apde next roti. Sounded like a true Indian mom. So anyway, I was listening to your podcast and you told that you like your mom Ashley, right?
Yeah.
I follow her.
Let's go. Your mom Ashley gang. We're about to beast this prize.
I love her. I'm also like a lot of creators here, like they don't even know female channels, like even
in the US,
in the
or
US,
like
so
outside India, like more like not regional content.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, even if you think about it, like female YouTubers, like within our regional space, name like 10, bro.
Yeah, true. They're very
you struggle naming 10. You know, I can probably, off top of my head, I can come up with 5. You know, but you'll struggle to come up with like lucrative, like seriously taken women. You know, because that's how our audience treats us. You know, and I feel like a female audience would take you far more seriously than a male audience.
Yeah, that is there. Like my audience is like 90% female.
You're so lucky, bro. You're so lucky. You don't understand.
But I wish a more male audience also, like, you know, எனக்கு அப்படியே ஒரு அண்ணா பசங்க வந்து ஹே ஃபன்னி அப்படின்னு கமெண்ட் பண்ணிட்டா அவ்வளோ ஒரு வேலிடேஷன் கிடைக்கும். ஐம் சாரி, ஆக்சுவலி ஐ லவ் மை ஃபீமேல் ஆடியன்ஸ், பட் அது
I would
நம்மளே
want-
ஒரு
you'd
இன்டர்னெட்
want to like you'd want to make everyone laugh. you know? But-
அதுதான்
But I feel like that's impossible with like any content that you make because there are going to be people who like it and there are going to be people who don't like it. And I feel like the content that you make, it's very much like catering towards women as well. Because of course you have a woman's perspective. You're going to end up making things that like resonate with you. You know, and what you resonate with, I'll resonate with. And it's not the same with like boys.
Even like I get a lot of guys commenting like boys பத்தி ஒரு ரீல் போடுங்களா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. So initially I used to do a lot of guy reels. அப்போ நான் பண்ணி பைத்திய மாதிரி ஏதோ பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பேன். Right now I just don't want to stereotype men that much. Like எனக்கு I'm easy with playing women because I know there are layers. Even I don't like என்ன சொல்றது,
You understand yourself better.
Exactly. And also when I'm also playing a girl who's not me, like I did one reel where the girl who thinks she's beautiful, okay,
Bro, that was so funny. No, that was so funny for real. I've had so many friends like that. So that was the realest shit I've ever watched, bro.
So I'm not that person, but when I'm playing that person, I know I can.
So funny.
It's so easy to understand a girl, and I can play her. But then when I'm thinking about a guy, I putting myself in their shoes is a bit difficult. So when I'm playing the dad character, also I play my dad. I know a lot of dads aren't like that. So எனக்கு தெரியல அந்த relatability factor மிஸ் ஆயிடுமோன்ற ஒரு பயம் தான்.
Then have you like asked your husband for help? Like எங்க இடத்துல என்ன சொல்லுவ?
அது இருக்குதான். அது வந்து எனக்கு என்னன்னா அது பத்த மாட்டேங்குது. I want it to be more funny.
Okay.
So I don't அதான் I feel like if I start playing them and இது இல்ல பசங்களாம் இவ்வளோ டம்மாலாம் இருக்க மாட்டோம், இல்லை இவ்வளோ நார்மலாலாம் இருக்க மாட்டோம், நாங்களும் கொஞ்சம் நல்ல ஆன்சர்லாம் கொடுப்போம் அப்படின்னு நினைப்பாங்களோ. அந்த ஐ ஹாவ் தட் ஃபியர். பட் ஐ திங்க் ஐ ஷுட் டூ மோர் கை ரீல்ஸ் ஆல்சோ ரெப்ரசென்டிங் கை கேரக்டர்ஸ் பிகாஸ் நிறைய பசங்க வந்து because I did one reel recently, I don't know which one. அதுல வந்து பெண்கள் in love something like that I did. So they wanted something
like boys in love.
ஏடா பசங்க யாரும் இது பண்ண மாட்டீங்களேடா, பாவம் பசங்க ஃபீல் பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னு இருக்கு. A lot of people are catering to mother content, அந்த mother டவல் கட்டிட்டு அம்மா ஆகுறது, ஒய்ஃப் ஆகுறது, நிறைய பேர் playing that. மேபி நீங்க கொஞ்சம் பசங்களை பத்தியும் maybe they're doing that also. ஆனா தெரியல, maybe they want my perspective of
because see your comedy is different from what other people will give, right? So I feel like you should take up on that like opportunity that you have in the market where they're not being represented and nobody can do it like you. You know, so
daily I think I should call Samia for 5 minutes
for real, bro. Just call me. I find her the funniest, you know.
No, it's
bro,
such
her reels are so funny, bro.
Thank you, bro. But I actually admire your reels. You know, when we're talking about I Perfect Girl, so after I Perfect Girl, I saw you as the person because I love young female content creators. And நான் இருக்கேன். I'm very usual. I feel like sorry, I might be downselling myself, but I feel like I'm very usual.
She is downselling herself.
Usual typical female content creator. Like when I saw I Perfect Girl, you know, we love her editing style. And like if this girl makes a movie, she better cast me in it. Everybody kandupuji or role adu kandupuji.
Please, Madhu.
So I really loved her. And then when I saw your egg potato and the potato case, I was like, yeah, this girl, she knows her shit. Like I could see that. No, it's just not like the way you put subtitles and the titling the things you want to convey. You know, ஒரு கிரியேட்டருக்கு தான் இன்னொரு கிரியேட்டர் தெரியும். You know that and the different nuance creator and the
creating your own
the out of the box creators and the spotting la enak vandu I do it really well. So appoda I loved how Samia was a breath of fresh air. And
I feel like I grew up watching a lot of content, you know, because I've always wanted to be a content creator.
I know, and I just saw your last podcast and like very I was second standard or third standard. And I like naangala on the college and then I understood how much
so I watched a lot of content like I've consumed so much. And it's not, when you're a content creator, you're not just watching the video, you're learning from the video, right? You're like taking in the edit, add panna, idu panna, like there are so many things that you pick up from like each content creator. And like one thing that I wanted to do was like make these makeup videos that I put when I went to college, right? And what I wanted to do is like there's so many people who make makeup videos. There are so many people who tell you how to do your makeup. Who's telling you what's going on in your mind?
Right, exactly.
You know, who's telling you like what you actually struggle? And I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not someone who like does her makeup on a daily basis. எப்பயாச்சும் ஒரு தடவை பண்ணும்போது நான் போடுவேன் வீடியோவை. And that was the whole process, you know. I wasn't trying to like carve a niche or anything, but I saw that this was something that I would be able to execute properly, you know, and that somehow became like a own like niche by itself, because I saw a lot of other girls put up their own videos in their own twist, you know, within the same format of like those videos. And that's when I knew that like, okay, I did something right, you know.
I really loved it. And also I don't know whether it was real or edula pathindalla, you were talking about how you were from the young age you hated makeup, and then I'm the same person too. Like I used to hate makeup because girls now makeup and all that stuff, and then
I don't even remember where I said this.
But you did say that, right? And then maybe your YouTube channel, I follow her every stuff.
My YouTube channel.
I mean, I know we went between all videos I can list out. Like I'm an ardent fan of Tech Potate, guys. So
everybody should be like Shubha.
Yes. So yeah, I was also that person, like makeup as a form of self-expression. Very late in life I realized that.
I feel like both of us grew up as tomboys, you know, and like when we were growing up, there was like this whole pick-me girl thing that they call out now, right? But back then it was because like when we were trying to be like predominantly like boys, like a tomboy, we did that because we wanted to be taken seriously.
Exactly.
You know, we wanted to be taken as a serious person, and when people saw like a girl or a woman, they put us in a box and said that this is all you could be. And you wanted to like break free from that, and that's why you wanted to be a tomboy, and that's why you kept saying like in the mari I want makeup na poda matta, like I'm not interested in this, I'm not interested in that, you know. But once I grew up, I learned that that's so wrong, because we should be allowed to like whatever interest that we like without being shamed for it. And it just because we like something doesn't mean that that thing has to be something that's girly or something that's feminine, you know. I can like F1, I can like tech, I can like makeup, I can do it all together, you know. It's about striking the balance, and that's when I like wanted to like start doing my makeup, because I remember this one time when I was in high school, I gave my friend so much shit for like putting on makeup, you know. And like when I look back at that instant in my life, I really regret saying any of those things, or like they making her like feel like wearing makeup is making her lesser than, you know, because she was far ahead than I was.
I know, exactly. Like now that எனக்கு வந்து when I came to college அப்புறம் ஒரு MSc masters படிக்கும்போது தான் I started wearing eyeliner. I'm like, when I see youngsters wearing eyeliner from very young age, I used to feel எப்படி இந்த level confidence உங்களுக்கு இந்த வயசுலயே இருக்கே, நம்மளுக்கே அப்போ வரல அப்படின்னு.
Because like the whole time அப்போவே it was so different, you know. Like the way that our social capital, you know, like culture capital actually, like women oda culture capital is very low versus like ஒரு men oda culture capital. இப்போ வந்து IPL, football, WWE, UFC, all of these things have so much like நிறைய பேர் they like it. And have you seen like a woman hate on like this? There is like hardly few women who do, you know. You don't get predominantly hated for liking these things, you know. But are there the things that women predominantly like makeup, styling, and like cooking or whatever it is that they like, you know, then they get typecast into that, like they can only do this, they can only do that, and like this is what they do, and like this is such a shallow thing to like. And even when I am a tech creator, I do make tech content, I still get belittled saying that they think that they know more than me, you know. And I would have told them that, hey man, you're a little bit wrong here, and they'll be like, oh unakku ellame theriyuma, and I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to say what I know, you know, and I'm not saying it's facts.
And also இது எல்லாம் இருக்கட்டும், but women are the one actually building the economy, because women are higher purchase power வந்து lies in the women's hands. Like they take enormous decisions for the family, like a lot of tech-ஆ இருக்கட்டும், வீட்டில் வர டிவிலேருந்து ஃப்ரிட்ஜிலேருந்து like a lot of tech or lot of எதுவாக இருந்தாலும் ஒரு வீட்டுக்கு வாங்குற எல்லா பொருளும் mostly is decided by the women. And அவங்கள போய் இவ்வளோ என்ன உனக்கு எதுவும் தெரியாது, அது ஏதோ
somehow like ஒரு மாதிரி like their opinions become like diminished because it's coming from a woman, you know. And I can agree, pa. I can't say anything else. All I can say to the audience audience, if you're a male audience watching this, don't take this personally. But what I'm trying to say is look at your introspect with what we're trying to say. It's not like a call out or saying that like you shouldn't be like this, you shouldn't be like that. You should be well informed to make better decisions in life, you know. It's not a men versus women competition, it's about what we can do together, you know. So don't think that feminism or like when you're talking about women empowerment, it doesn't like pertain to you, because in many ways then one it does pertain to you, you know.
Don't get started on like feminism. I mean the word sonnale edo people automatically assume that like, of course females ஏதோ பெடஸ்டல்ல வச்சுட்டு அவங்களோட லைஃப் எல்லாம் நம்ம வந்து we're just talking about equality, we're not talking about
the reason why feminism as a word has become so diluted is because many things are being done under the name of feminism that doesn't actually represent proper feminism. So when you get people saying that feminism nala idu pandranga adu pandranga idu pandranga, those are bad examples under feminism, you know. There are so many bad examples that you can bring up, you know, and there's so many good examples that you can bring up under feminism, but like they would not do that because it doesn't benefit them, you know. So it's just when we're saying feminism, all we mean is equity and equality, and that's all we're asking for is equal opportunity and equal respect, you know. I started this podcast and like immediately on the get-go I got so much hate just because I speak in English, just because I'm a Tamilian, and just because I talk to like certain creators. I got so much hate, but idhe edo or guy panina he would have been the man.
Bro, let me just give you an example. Sorry, tappunu or emotion aichu. Like once la so food padi da naane en vlog paakradhe or 10000 பேர் தான். So once I posted that I'm eating white bread and they had a problem with that, like white bread la eduk saapringa, it's so unhealthy, அது ஒரு எனக்கு என்னன்னா வந்து ஏன்னா நான் ஏதோ பண்ணிட்டு போறேன். I didn't even remember the comment, but it actually mentally என்ன ரொம்ப அஃபெக்ட் பண்ணுச்சு. ஸோ ஐ வாஸ் லைக் ஏன்டா எவ்வளோ பேர் எவ்வளோ பசங்க சாப்பிட்றாங்க, எவ்வளோ இது இருக்காங்க. ஏன்னா அந்த டைமில் when that comment came, அப்போ வந்து இப்போ இருக்கிற ஃபுட் கிரியேட்டர்ஸ் சினாரியோ இல்லை, அப்போ there were a lot of male food long form creators. ஏன்னா அவங்கள மேபி அவங்களுக்கும் சொல்லுவாங்க, ஆனால் இது என்னடா என்னையாண்டா இவ்வளோ மைக்ரோஸ்கோபிக் லென்ஸோட பார்க்குறீங்க, ஒரு நாள் தெரியாமல் ஒரு ஒயிட் பிரெட் சாப்பிட்டேன், அது எதுக்கு வைஸ் maybe I don't get that much hate, another ஒரு hate comment maybe triggers me a lot. But then அது ரொம்ப என்ன அஃபெக்ட் பண்ணுச்சு. தட் ஏன்னா ஒரு விமன் சாப்பிட கூட நிம்மதியா விட மாட்டீங்களா அதுக்குள்ள, பிகாஸ் ஐம் ஆல்சோ chubby person on the internet. டப்புன்னு ஸோ எதுக்கு இவ சாப்பிட்றா, யூ ஷுட் ஒர்க் ஆன் லைக் losing your weight. And நான் சொன்னேன் நான் weight loss பண்றேன்னு.
And you don't know, bro, like they might be going through health issues. There are certain things that even I have so many health issues that I don't talk about or share on the internet. But I'm not I'm not like someone who needs to share all of the things that are going on in your life. You don't know what's going on in that person's life, and if at all you can see something, they've probably seen it too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, அவங்களும் மிரர் வச்சிருக்காங்க வீட்ல, டெய்லி பார்க்க தான் போறாங்க.
And also we are editing our videos. So அது வந்து we are like நாங்களே ஒரு மைக்ரோஸ்கோபிக் லென்ஸ்ல தான் எங்க வீடியோ பார்த்துட்டு ஃபைனலா என்னெல்லாம் அவுட் கமெண்ட்ஸ் வரும், என்னெல்லாம் மக்கள் சொல்லுவாங்க, அதெல்லாம் பார்த்து தான் வெளில விட்டுறோம். அது மீறியும் நீ எப்படி வந்து என்ன சொல்றது, லைக் the person was very இது கன்சர்ன் பிகாஸ் ஐ எம் அ chubby girl. ஒயிட் பிரெட்லாம் எதுக்கு சாப்பிட்றீங்க, இன்னும் குண்டாயிடுவீங்க அப்படி இப்படின்னு நான் சொன்னேன்.
அவளுக்கு வந்து துணிமணி, சாப்பாடு, பிரெட் அதெல்லாம் கட்டுற
ஒண்ணு. அது நான் சொல்றேன் டயட் பண்றேன்னு, இல்ல நான் சொல்றேன் நான் வெயிட் குறைக்கிறேன்னு. உனக்கு நீ ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்லி அசியூம் தட் நான் வந்து வெயிட் குறைக்கணும், எது சாப்பிடணும். அண்ட் ஐ ஃபீல் லைக் அதுதான் அந்த எனக்கு அது ஒன்று இருக்கு. எதுவுமே நிம்மதியாக பண்ண விட மாட்டீங்களா, நான் சாப்பிட கூட நிம்மதியாக விட மாட்டீங்களா, ஃபுட்டியாவது எங்கிட்ட விட்டுருங்க. அதான் எங்களை சமையல் அறையில் தர போட்டிருக்கீங்க, we belong to the kitchen தானே, சரி அப்போ எங்களுக்கு குக்கிங்காவது நிம்மதியாக பண்ண விடுங்க. அதுலேயும் நீ இது சாப்பிடக்கூடாது, இது குக் பண்ணக்கூடாது, அது பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னா ஹவ் ப்ரோ ஹவ் அப்படின்னு. சாரி, இது ரெண்டு ஃபீமேல்ஸ் பேசினாலே உள்ளுக்குள்ள இருந்து ஒரு
you don't get to talk a lot about this. And like honestly இதை பற்றி the reason why we're talking about it is it's because that we're not demanding respect or anything like that. We're just asking you to respect us, you know. We're just telling you that naanga pandrom, we're putting in the work, we're doing it as much as any other content creator on the platform, and all we're asking is for just equal respect. And even if you don't like our content, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't like it.
Yeah.
But there's a different type of ridicule that comes for men versus women.
Yeah.
And I feel like when we address it, there's many layers behind it, you know. It's not just the fact that you're a woman, it's also the fact that you're a comedy creator and you have so many things that go on for you that like you don't even know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
You know, what kind of hate it is, you know, you don't even understand that. So the reason why we even started this podcast is so that you can understand your creators a little bit more better and like their psyche, you know. Haters-oda psyche understand பண்ணி நாங்க ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டிருக்கோம் நான் நினைக்கிறேன். So I feel like your content creator psyche understand பண்றது it's you know, it's something that needs to be spoken about. How does it work having a couples channel?
So when we started a couple channel, what we wanted to do was we both are not the society, we don't fit into the society standards of how a couple should look like. He's thin, I am chubbier. He looks younger. Even I look younger, but then he does look younger, and we both are of the same height. Normal standards padi, tall boy, short girl, bigger
boys,
chala girls, அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். So அந்த மாதிரி we were like actually real life they don't see us they don't take us seriously as a couple, pureda. So we wanted to share those experiences. We wanted for real. Like அது வந்து ஒரு complete, when you go into that, அது ஒரு totally complete different industry of how people don't take you seriously as a couple. Depending on how you are dressed, depending on your looks.
See bro,
there is a lot of stigma in society, and people are very stereotypical. So we wanted to be the couple. அப்படியே எங்களை பார்த்தா ஒரு 4 couple who don't fit into the society standards, they'll be like, okay, these problems do exist in the society, we need to somehow இவங்களுக்கும் இந்த பிரச்சனை இருக்கு, நம்மளுக்கும் இந்த பிரச்சனை இருக்கு, it's okay, we'll go through life.
And bro, end of the day nobody's gonna come live your life.
Yeah, exactly. எங்களோட வயசுல like the millennial couples-ல we had to like figure out how to do everything. இந்த மாதிரி இப்போ எல்லாம் வீடு வாங்குறது, கார் வாங்குறது, அது there are multiple stages of lifeல. So ஒரு millennial couple அது எப்படி நாங்கள் figure out பண்ணுறோம், we wanted to share those experiences. So when we started the couple channel, initially சும்மா எங்களோட wedding album reaction அந்த மாதிரிலாம் தான் இருக்கும். But then when we started setting up a house, அது எப்படி நாங்கள் யோசிச்சோம், what was the thought that went behind it?
I know that the studio doesn't look like one big studio and all, but in the color choose பண்றது இத ஒட்டறதுக்கே I took some 28 days bro.
No, yeah, of course. அந்த ஒரு content creatorக்குள்ள அந்த backdrop வந்து ஒரு பெரிய இதுதான், ஒரு பெரிய பிரச்சனை. So we setting up the space எல்லாமே வந்து how was that process, and எப்படி in-laws deal பண்றதா இருக்கட்டும், இல்ல நாங்க கப்பலா கான்ஷியஸா என்ன டிசிஷன்ஸ்லாம் எடுத்தோம். We wanted to talk about it because we felt like நாங்க ஒரு healthy spaceல இருக்கோம். And we ரெண்டு பேருமே we always on our channels we are always like நாங்க சொல்றது தான் கரெக்ட்னு இல்ல, we always ready
it's an opinion, not a fact.
And also we are ready to learn from the
other people,
audience comments also. So we always felt like we will share stuff that we learn and stuff that other people also will benefit from. So that was the phase that we had in With Love. And then we went on a trip also. அப்புறம் அதுல லாஸ்ட் வீடியோக்கு நாங்க வந்து imposter syndrome maxல இருந்து இது என்ன ஒரு well edited வீடியோவே கிடையாது அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அந்த வீடியோ காணோம்.
Girl probably has more videos that trash than on her profile.
That's true, that's very true actually. But then we recently started a podcast where we'll talk about how different we are.
என்ன கூப்பிடவே
இல்ல couple podcast. இன்னும் பாட்காஸ்ட் ஆரம்பிக்கல என்னோட சேனல்ல அதுக்குள்ள. So அந்த பாட்காஸ்ட்ல first episode we talked about adulting, and on other episodes we plan on talking about how different we are but still how we make sense, because I see a lot of couples who come up to me like in my DMs and they're like, how do you do this with your husband, like we are so different people, how do you guys come into a
workspace,
and into a middle point like for finances, how do you guys manage finances as a couple together?
Brand new, you know, because like as when you're growing up they're like you're not supposed to talk with boys, and then suddenly you're living with one. Like be for real right now.
Exactly.
And you're supposed to make things together.
Immediately also, like immediately. Don't talk to a guy.
I genuinely meant it like food, like furniture and the mari.
Okay.
I just like recollected what I just said, and I'm like, hold up, hold your horses.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how the couple channel came together. And of course, again, we are very critical that's why we don't put up a lot of content. We actually filmed a podcast episode. அப்படியே நாங்க
Girl, you go home and you upload that right now. I'm serious. You can't be like this.
Yeah, that's it. We are very bad content creators because we are very self-critical. I mean,
you're self-critical people, bro. Come on, cheeky.
So yeah, so that's how the couple channel came up. We don't put filler videos on that channel. Chumma, let's show our faces abdin illa. Because we also have two individual personalities. He's a content creator. I am also a content creator. I just don't want to be seen as Vignesh K's wife. And also,
I don't think anybody sees you like that.
I try to keep that image. So once you start,
in fact, I think I know your husband through you.
A lot of people have told me that they know my husband through me, and a lot of people know me from his also. But we try to keep our individual personalities separate. Like even when brands come together, they're like, you guys are a couple, just do things together. No, we can do individual comedies also. Like we have our own niche audience, and we also have our own different creative ways to integrate stuff. So just stop putting us together
and then just like one color and
manga. Exactly, rendu kind of audience illa, because we are totally different people. Na vandu oru kind in the space create பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன், kind positive chill space மாதிரி my audience, and his space is a roasting space. புரியுதா? So it's not like match, bro. நாங்க காமெடி நடக்கும்போது actually in real life I am a very huge roaster. நான் பயங்கரமா ரோஸ்ட் பண்ணுவேன். ஆனா நான் normal people roast பண்ண மாட்டேன். Just Vignesh gets it. I'm very brutal, okay?
Bro, you should have one segment where Cheeky just roasts me. Like for real, come at me, bro.
I just can't with normal
yeah, maybe it's with who you're comfortable with. Yeah.
No, for him, I also know his personal stuff, so I can hit him where it hurts. But other people, I'm very kind, and நான் தெரிஞ்சுக்கிற knowledge ஒரு kind தான் எடுத்துப்பேன்.
Okay, and that's it for today's video, and I'm so glad that I brought Cheeky on. She's such a wonderful person, and I'm glad I got to talk to her. And that's it.
And I love being on this podcast because I felt like I heard a lot of insightful things from you, and a lot of takeaway from. For me, itself, like I'll just go home, think about our conversations.
And
you told me a lot of stuff that were new to me also, like what a change in my own perspective. So yeah, that's really
I'm glad. Thank you so much for saying that, and thank you for being here. And that's it for today's video.
We had fries this time.
Yeah, she also had some. Now what's happening?
Summa.
Last time mari roast பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க.
சாப்பினே டப்பா வரதுக்கேடி.
Okay, that's it for today's video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.